If they see me, this will get messy. The seat of King Alfred's power, where hawk shit stains my boots. I will find the man in white in their god's house. I need your eyes, my friend. This must be the house of their timid god. They built him a rich dwelling.
The best of us to sit beside him.
Bishop Aelfer, he is not with God. He is locked in the flaming crypt where all heretics go.
Hush, they'll hear you.
Ibi in campo intercept septimo de loculo electae, in erbis verdempus siphona, et biblia.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do. But I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
Why deny the pleadings of an unwashed pagan who aches to know God? Take me as I am, and I will do your Lord's bidding.
How great is the burden of learning for one so unworthy. But I see that no amount of instruction in the Lord's words will save your soul. Come.
Who am I to meet, priest? I cannot stand waiting in silence.
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush. Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your guard. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my Reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the West Gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come. I need to find this Reeve, Goodwin. I see.
The quill has eyes everywhere.
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man. May he find his peace with God.
Who rules in Winchester anyway? Is Alfred king or not?
Well, you ain't, that's for sure. So keep your mouth shut
and do as you're told.
Shut your mouth, yeah? Unless you want yours to rot off in the keep.
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? What do you see? Let's see. Must be blocked from the other side. papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. I should not be seen in this area. Stretch your wings, Sunan. Sunan, guide me. Struck from above. I've seen the Saxons fall upon their enemies this way. Side must be barred. Thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man.
See what you did. Ready, bow!
May you speed on to the All-Father's feast.
A Dane in Winchester. These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it.
If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was. And you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If... they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I will find your research. Now go before they find their wolf has fled his cage.
Let's regroup beyond the walls!
Jammed. Need to get on the other side. Reeve Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife, to be carried out soon. Goodwin's research against the Order of Ancients.
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite Reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor, of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
One calls himself the Quill. Are words his weapons?
There were rumors of letters nailed up around Winchester. It may be that one of these can tell us more.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the sixth.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another Reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested. So he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn. Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
You seem agitated.
What gave it away? The fact that I had to debase myself pissing in this...
This man has something of yours?
And here's another god sent to shit in my stew pot. Sod off, unless you are going to magic Alfred's jewel out your arse.
If the jewel belongs to Alfred, it might be worth a pretty penny.
Jewel, you damn scoundrel! We have already paid for it!
The Lord works in mysterious ways, taking his servant in so terrible a fire.
Bishop Aelfred was no man of God.
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
There is no longer freedom in Winchester.
None are safe from his blade.
In the grain store, and Alfred has set the trap.
Selwyn punishes criminals, as it should be.
He's the worst criminal of them all. Keep your tongue. You cannot walk freely through our streets, mocking our laws, our king's edicts. And so I ask, who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse, if not the goodly people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant. Leona, you have been found guilty of harlotry and defamation. May God have mercy on your...
Hey man, how's it going? How you doing? Oh god, I accidentally killed her and I didn't mean to do that. Oh crap. That was an accident. I was trying to take out the other guy. Oh crap.
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table.
I'm doing alright.
Where the meek devour the strong.
I gotta go for another job interview here in a little while.
The wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few.
I got it at 3 o'clock my time.
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand with iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the ancient ones.
It's still a hardware place. It's at Lowe's,
you are
but
only a man, Reeve. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree.
I'm getting kind of tired of me talking to one of the assistant managers of the store that I'm at, asking about some full-time stuff, like earlier on day shift. There's been like 4 times I've talked to him, and he keeps telling me, oh, we'll find something, we'll get something, did blah, 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 blah. You know, the same old crap you always hear. And I'm just getting fed up and sick and tired of hearing it. So I've gotten in contact with Lowe's as well and see if I can get on there, because I've got, they got a part-time thing that's going on there with me. So I was thinking, if depending on how it works out today with the interview, if I could work both, and technically I'd have a full-time job just at 2 different places, but I got to see how everything flows first and see what happens. So, yeah, I mean, I'm fine where I'm at. I mean, I like where I'm at. I like the people that I work with and whatnot, where I'm at Home Depot, but like, there's some serious management issues there that need to be rectified, and I'm just kind of getting sick and tired of it. Honestly. You know, and I mean, I can handle it okay, or as best as I can, especially if I can manage to get this other one, because knowing how stingy I can be with money. Well, that's just pretty much the way it is with me. I always try to be that way. You know, when I first started working there, everything was good. Everything was fine. I liked it. Everything was going good and everything. And I think one of the problems is that we ended up having one of the assistant store managers leave to go to another store, so we got another one, and I think that's where the shit hit the fan, as far as I'm concerned. It seems like he's a good guy, but it seems to me like he doesn't know what he's doing either. No, well, it's not just that. It's just also I don't work night shift or nothing. I work evening shift, but the night shift manager comes in and pretty much is in charge of us for the last couple hours that we're there. And he just has these unrealistic viewpoints on how we're supposed to work there in terms of the time that we're allotted, that we're given to do what we need to do and get it done. Especially since they took away overtime now, and they're like, everybody doesn't need to get overtime unless specialized by a manager or specified by a manager, and it happened to us once before, and we thought we had to leave early, and they're like, no, well, you got it, just go ahead and take it. It's like the least that could happen is the store manager would get upset. But I talked to one of them about it. He says, yeah, we're just going to take it by a case-by-case basis. And I'm like, well, okay. So be it then, I guess. Ooh, I got silver trophy. We're in the end game now. What is that? Like, I don't even know what that even is yet. I'll take that too. Oh, you're talking about that. No, they're not. They're not. If they were, I would have immediately ended up finding somewhere else. I'm not doing that crap. You're not going to be forcing the damn vaccine on me. You're not forcing some medical thing on me that I don't even need. It ain't nobody's damn business what my medical history is either, unless I specify that it is, especially from a business perspective. That shit ain't happening. They can kiss my ass. That definitely won't be happening. If I'd have found out about that, I'd be like, nope, you find somebody else, I'm gone. Ain't putting that Nazi stick in me out like a bunch of damn Nazis to inject stuff with me. That's a friggin' experimental drug, dude. Hasn't even been, like, fully verified yet, or nothing, or officialized, if that's even a word.
Spread out. Look at this.
I was talking to Tanya about. I was like, I want to find something where I can just work from home, so I don't have to put up with this stupid shit. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm fed up with it. Sick of all the damn sheep. Yeah. I don't know. I just, it's still kind of ridiculous to me that it's, and it's so funny too, because it's so stupid how they're going and talking about how, this Delta variant now it's just like the injection you got doesn't even work worth this shit. I was like, yeah. Now how stupid do you feel? How stupid do you really feel now that you ended up going and getting that? Now they're like, oh, well, now you got to get another one. I mean, it's understandable that viruses mutate. That's the truth. I mean, even the flu does that, and they have to have like a different vaccine each year to be able to combat something like that. But now it's just like, oh, I got to get the vaccine, and now it's like, oh, this Delta variant's coming around. Oh, well, you got to get another one. It's friggin' ridiculous, man. Yeah, matter of fact, I was talking to my grandmother years ago, back before I had moved over here, about that whole situation.
Let's see you, old friend.
About me finding another job, because where I was currently working at the time was just royally pissing me off.
The part of us that lives on with God after we die.
And she mentioned something about me doing security at a prison that was like near there. And I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with that, honestly. She was telling me all about somebody else that she knows that was working there. They ended up having to put up with stuff like that. And there was a woman too, so you know if there's a bunch of guys in there, she's going to get a whole lot of guff as well, with her being around trying to patrol the premises and all of that. So,
the cheerful heart,
especially with being a bunch of prisoners, obviously.
But a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
Well, that children has a mouth on her. Wash her mouth out with soap.
I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
Sweep your own hearth, Alfred, if you do not like my broom.
Oh, private security? Oh, yeah.
Forgive my outburst.
I can only imagine what that would
God
entail.
showed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Abel? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Someone disagrees with your reforms, Alfred, and he is calling the children to arms.
Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets, feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Let's see, is this
Yes. He
chat
hurt my
moving
mother
properly?
to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it will keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry, little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfred's pyre.
Very poetic. But he is going to be buried in the grounds of the minster.
I know I got more speed than this little girl does, so I better question the children about the quill. The chitlins.
Get off me, you oaf!
Stop struggling and give back that apple.
Apple? I didn't scrub on nothing! Get your hands off me, cow breath!
Cow breath? You little street rat.
No! Get off! Someone help me! Don't hit you, Frumkin! You I'll punish you!
Stealing apples, eh?
Gotcha.
Fruit don't feed a grown boy. Do you have any chicken?
I do not. But maybe you can tell me what you know of the quill.
The quill? God blimey, you're brave. Find Alwyn and with Bert. They see everything.
Hope this chat is working okay. Okay, there we go.
So brave.
What is that boy doing all the way up there?
His head like a fresh hen's egg.
Hey, yeah, everybody starts singing the Aladdin song.
Oh my days, I can't look.
Or whatever that song is in Aladdin.
It's yours for the taking. Jump, little flea. Jump, flea, jump. Stop
Where the heck is he?
If he falls,
It's not.
I'm going to fall! Oh, my days, I can't look!
Hang on a second.
Come on, Ethelbert! It's yours for the taking!
Oh. Oh. I don't see where in the heck he is.
God will punish you! He's so brave, like a young cat.
Oh, I guess it's up there.
He'll crack his head like a fresh hen's egg.
I'm going to do it. You see if I don't. I'm just screwing my courage to the sticky place.
Sticky place?
What are you doing all the way up here?
Don't try and stop me. I will get that
I thought he was in the tree.
and then she'll see how much I love her.
A brave choice, little fellow.
Oh,
Even if I
gosh.
get smashed on the ground like an overripe plum, I'm just getting my breath back. The climb was hard. I'm girding my loins.
Life, eh?
What the
Well, I
heck?
could get it for you. I would hate to see such a ferocious flame snuffed out.
I mean, if you insist. But I could get it if I wanted to. Just so you know.
Your accent don't sound like you're from here, boy. Where in the lackadaisical hell is it? Okay, so it's telling me... Okay, well, that's weird.
Godspeed.
Oh, what's some
You set
faces?
Winchester ablaze.
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
Alright, yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming out to the stream. Have a lovely day. I gotta get some food myself, actually.
You there, little cut purse.
Keep your beak out, nosy! I'm starving!
Mit darum sicher. Ich kann Ratten Slayers. Und ich... Ich soll die Munen bei den Garten lassen.
Go, Sunan.
Why
should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotnar.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert, you great moon calf.
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
Turn around, walk away, and you keep your insides inside.
All right. No harm meant. Stay out of trouble, you grub mite.
You are mine!
That showed them.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the quill, so I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
Those were the quill's meat mops, and you sent them scurrying off with their tails between their legs.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give him what you took. Maybe he can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
Go, my eyes. I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I'm going to marry King Alfred, but Magister Batter and he's going to whisk me away from all this toil. Everyone died and left me alone on the streets.
I didn't get nothing today. There's never enough food. I'm always starving.
Now, Elwyn. You have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
That's not a she.
How little you know.
Clearly they screwed up the friggin' dialogue in this part again. That's the second time this has happened.
Not good. Time to die.
Infants, may your wish.
Nice big dog! Now you fly! Time's over!
Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Have a safe flight!
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
You think you can guzzle the grog?
Eivor!
Is this where Justice hides when she is tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
Splooge, no.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdorbanna. That's life destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
Your English mead, Goodwin. It tastes like cat piss. In Mercia, we would drink 10 times this, and feast till our names were forgotten and our britches were lost to the forest.
Just fighting in the background. Good grief.
As often as possible.
Like they're friars, too.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Where is your king now?
Alfred is busy with the Ealdorman of Wessex. A witan was lately called to discuss the little matter of a bishop's timely death.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theatre in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger.
There's drinking to be done!
Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at the Witan with your report.
Who's on your way to swear down?
It's tarde sonnegato.
If the bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof. Did you know Bishop Aelfirth?
No, but I plan to write an epic poem of his grisly demise. Oh, poor Aelfirth, scorched of face, all your woeful companions, bold, bayoneted, weeping. Weeping as you are...
Sleeping.
Oh, yeah, perfect, yes.
A sad day for Winchester.
Maybe now God will reward us with a man who truly believes in him.
Such a grisly fate. Did you know Aelfirth?
By reputation, I did. He was no friend of Alfred's. I once heard them quarrelling at a Witan.
Stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Aelfirth?
Have you seen Layoff? My poor friend. Poor Layoff.
What about the Bishop Aelfirth? Did you dig his grave?
No, no. I don't bury a lord in a pauper's husk. Poor Layoff. They showed him their gleaming blade.
Someone hurt your friend Layoff?
Yes, yes. And while he slept, they stole his face. Are we friends now?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Makes no odds to me. But I'm sorry for Harriet. She cared so much for him. More than a sister should.
Did you know Bishop Aelfirth?
Barely. But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I know the burden you bear. Such a weight of sin you have taken on. And all for your brother's sake. I know he lives.
No, He said it was for the good of all. I am his loyal sister, and I tell you he is dead. You hear me? Dead. Leave me alone. I cannot betray my brother. Guards, protect me.
Oh.
Hell with you.
Brother.
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
Redda says you are trustworthy. I have some work here, you see. We're always looking for help, so come.
By God, Harry Balls, you are a thief and a swindler! Give me the jewel Alfred commissioned!
Asked about this lad, my friend.
A thief and a swindler! Give me the jewel Alfred commissioned!
Quality! Quality, Ella!
I'll wear your guts as a hat! Give me Alfred's jewel, you damn scoundrel! We have already paid for it! By God, Harry Balls, you are a thief and a swindler! Give me the jewel Alfred commissioned! I'll wear your guts as a hat! Give me Alfred's jewel, you damn scoundrel! We have already paid for it!
Show me. The Sikhs must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
Prose has been creeping. Not priest, clerk, or abbot can send a letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfirth is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education, wisdom, enlightened thought. This will raise us above the sins of our fathers. These I will demand of the next Bishop of Winchester. And so we meet to discuss all worthy candidates and choose the man who will shepherd our flock.
The king is mine!
By God, it's true. The bishop lives.
Stand down.
Kill us all! God save us!
Why do you defend this tarnished ground?
Greater men than you have died on my sword.
Try that down.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's God was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's God is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king will go by back streets to the old minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Aelfus, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your God.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness. But this damned order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
What in the world's going on here with this chat situation? Come on. Hey, yo, how's it going? Sorry, this thing wasn't working like it should.
Show me what lies ahead.
Oops, I landed on a woman. That's sexual harassment. He landed on me. Oh, SSDD, yep. Yep, I understand that. Although the nerd in me would have thought that would have been like some type of solid state drive. But I get what it means.
If Aelfir's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins.
I'm only going to be on for maybe about 20 more minutes, probably. Because I'll leave at 2:30 to go to the job interview. I need to get something to eat before I leave. Yeah, there you go.
This must be it. The door to Aelfir's secrets.
I actually was trying out a couple other games today that, considering Sony's already released
He may make some sense of it.
Their PS Plus titles. I was telling Tanya about it. I think that me and Baker need to try out this weekend. They got this thing called like Hunter Arena Legends or something like that. It was some game that came out on PC and now it came to consoles. It looks like one of those multiplayer games where you can fight against each other, but you also fight against NPCs. And then they ended up releasing Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville or something like that. It's all quirky and cartoony and silly and stupid, so I figure that would be something to do this weekend too, and possibly end up streaming both of them. And then we also got some stupid tennis game. I was like, you know what? I was actually thinking about doing a parody stream of that and just making fun of it the whole time while I was playing it. But I was just like, whatever, dude. I couldn't. Obviously, I couldn't get into it. I said, I'm just not going to bother with this. I immediately deleted it after I got in and messed around with it some. I was just like, this is no. But those other two games, yeah, I would probably be willing to stream. But considering they're, I mean, you could play them single player, but I mean, one of them is multiplayer, period. I mean, what I'm saying is you don't have to have a group with you, but it wouldn't make sense to do so.
Must be blocked from the other side.
Well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? They always are. I don't see a boom boom base anywhere around here.
Jammed. Need to get on the other side.
I don't see nothing.
The other side must be barred.
Yeah, I can see there's a way to get through there, but yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what'll happen. I mean, oops. Sometimes there's things. I wish I could go into like first person mode with this. Yeah, sometimes there's things inside of doors that you need to shoot to get through. Well, I know that wasn't going to help. Unless...
Well, now.
Oh, well, now. None of these things are filled with oil either. I can't pick any of those up. Can't get in from that other side. I do not know. I don't see anything that would have any oil in it. I mean, it could be the case that I could walk in there and they'll be like, "Oh, you work for Home Depot? No, sorry, we don't need you, bye." And I'll be like, "Oh, crap." Got to blow open the freaking door, but there's no... Oh, wait. That was a secret thingy. Okay. I didn't see that there. Open this up, open that up, pick this up, run over there with that, blow that up, go through the hole. Why are you moonwalking through the air? Because it's Ubisoft. That's why. Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
That burns!
I didn't even throw it at the friggin' wall. The friggin' thing registered as me throwing it at the friggin' wall. Friggin' retard. And it just magically respawns. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna be like, look, look, if there's some way that I could get full-time or something here, then I'll quit working there. Put in my 2 weeks notice, I mean. I mean, they did have something that was full time, but it was like night shift, and I'm like, I'm not doing night shift. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I do not like it. Been there before. Glad I got out of it. Ravenous Danes.
Everything they did was to undermine Alfred. She lied to me. There's nothing here of the Order. I should see Alfred for my reward.
Yeah, graveyard. Yeah. Yep, graveyard. The only plus, or I should probably really say the only two pluses that came out of me working night shift at the hospital years back was no bosses were around. You know, none of the top brass during the day. None of them were there. Obviously, yeah, you had a supervisor or whatever. There was a few times we didn't even have a supervisor, and it was just us there on the night shift, oddly enough, because there was only a handful of us that was working. But there was that, and also the fact that, you know, it's quieter, obviously, and it can be a little bit more laid back, depending on the job. But ultimately, you still gotta take into account that you're having to put up and deal with sleeping during the day, and if there's things you want to do, you can't really do them. Well, unless you do them before you go to sleep, or you got to wake up at a certain time for you to be able to go and do them before you go into work, you know, during the day or whatever, or before some place is closed. So because there was some times when I worked at the hospital, dude, like, I had gotten everything done that I was supposed to, and unless they had called for something, I just chilled out. Like, I would read some gaming magazines when I used to still get gaming magazines, or I would listen to some podcasts, or mess around on my phone, watch YouTube videos. Even the supervisor who was there, he would do the same thing with me. He'd pop up sometimes after I finished what I was doing. He finished what he was doing. We would just chill out. There have been times that I would take wrestling DVDs there, considering he was a wrestling fan, and we would both be watching them. You know, unless they had called for something. There'd be times that he would just sit there and sleep some, which I wouldn't bother him because he was working 2 jobs at the time. I'm like, I ain't messing with him, man. I was like, if he's going to sleep, he's going to sleep. I'll just warn him if anybody happens to show up. Yeah, I guess it kind of really matters, like, what the job is, you know, like, where you're located, what you're doing, how your schedule is, you know, how your life is, like, if you have kids or you don't have kids, or stuff like that. For me, a bunch of factors could come into play when it comes to dealing with that, so... Everybody's quiet.
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Alfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Yeah, that sounds like a cushy job.
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
If anything, you could probably sleep on the job, too, if you didn't have to worry about anybody calling in. And nobody would probably be none the wiser.
Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one...
You didn't, but some did,
yeah.
yeah. Well, you're so used to sleeping at night, and usually it kind of seems like the body is supposed to be naturally prone to sleeping at night. It's not that way for everybody. But naturally, you know, you start to feel tired and whatnot. Especially if you're working.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Damn you, Alfred.
Ooh-wee, that camera panned back far. Now it goes in a little bit.
I will return to Hytham and Ranvi. They will want to know what happened here.
Let's see here. Ooh, got another trophy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Power stroke. Getting that KY jelly for the power stroke. Okay, well, I guess this is a good time for me to end up actually ending it here for the day, actually, because after I go to the I don't know how long the interview thingy is going to last and all that stuff, and so I'll just be back tomorrow streaming something else, probably this again, since I'm really starting to get back into it again. So, but anyways. Yeah, represent the offer of salvation of Christ is rejected. Yeah, sadly. But anyways, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, and I'll be back tomorrow with something. Appreciate folks checking out the live version and the archive version, and I'll end this like I always do. Later taters. Here we go.